Access to food is the most critical issue in the economy. However, tough economic times forced millions in America to focus on basic needs as putting meals on the table today becomes a luxury. According to USDA, 10.2% or 13.5 million U.S. households were food insecure at some time during 2021, and 6.4%, over 8 million U.S. households, had low food security in 2021. Considering challenging financial and economic stability, we've compiled a list of 10 food items that will be in shortage this winter. But before moving to the first item, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell. That way, you'll help the production of more videos. Now, let's get back to the topic. Number 1, flour. Flour prices have surged by 8.5% compared to last year, as reported by the Consumer Price Index. Analysts predict that the shortage of flour will continue to affect Americans until 2024, which could lead to a plethora of issues for several beloved foods, including bread, pizza dough, pancakes, cookies, and all sorts of baked goods. Contrary to what many might think, the root cause of this crisis is not so much Russian aggression in Ukraine, but rather the severe droughts that have been occurring in the United States. The hard red winter and hard red spring wheat, two of the three main varieties of wheat grown in the South and Central states, are facing extremely dry conditions, affecting 75% of the wheat growing in these regions, according to the USDA estimate. Number 2, pasta. Italy faced a severe pasta crisis this year, prompting the government to hold crisis talks in May. The main culprits were increased ingredient costs, particularly for wheat, along with rising packaging and logistics expenses. Consequently, consumers across the country experienced significant price hikes, with some regions, like Tuscany's Siena province, seeing pasta prices surge by over 50%, according to CNN. The impact was less pronounced in the United States, given that pasta doesn't hold the same culinary prominence that it does in Italy. Nonetheless, there was an increase in pasta prices, with data from the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis showing that spaghetti and macaroni now average $1.47 per pound in 2023, up from $1.21 per pound the previous year. Fortunately, as wheat prices have started to decline recently, Italy and other pasta-loving nations should soon experience some relief. Number 3, rice. Russia's invasion of Ukraine and extreme weather conditions in major rice-producing countries such as China and Pakistan have severely impacted the world's rice supply. India also announced in July that it would stop exporting all non-basmati white rice to safeguard its resources. El Niño, a weather pattern that causes an atypical warming of the eastern Pacific Ocean surface, has returned, driving even more variable weather conditions in many countries. The global rice deficit has led to a decade-high rice price that's affected some areas more than others. Fitch Solutions commodities analyst Charles Hart says that most of the apparent impact of the global rice deficit has been in the high rice prices. Prices have softened to about $16 per hundredweight, but industry experts predict they will remain higher than usual until the new year. Number 4, eggs. The pandemic and rising labor costs have been driving concerns about egg prices, but an avian flu outbreak has worsened things. Over 49 million birds died due to the virus across 46 states in 2022, leading to a significant decline in the hen population and a severe shortage of eggs. Farmers had to cull many hens to prevent the disease's spread, and the remaining ones couldn't meet the demand, causing egg prices to skyrocket. For instance, in California, egg prices have tripled since early 2022. Unfortunately, the egg shortage and high prices are expected to persist throughout 2023, worrying both farmers and consumers. Number 5, beef. According to USDA, the second half 2023 production is forecast to decline by 180 million pounds. The economy is slowing down, and sales of expensive cuts of beef may decrease. However, don't expect to find any bargains yet. There are market forces at play that have been building up for a long time, including devastating droughts. These forces will likely keep hamburger and steak prices steady and relatively expensive. One of the reasons for this is that there is less beef available due to a contraction of beef supplies. According to David Anderson, a professor in Texas A&M University's Agricultural Economics Department, this contraction was expected for a couple of years now. The recent extreme drought in the United States has forced farmers to sell their cattle rapidly. This has led to supply constraints this year, particularly for cows used for breeding. Number 6, vegetable oils. It's predicted that there will be a shortage of vegetable oil in 2023 due to several reasons. Canada, the leading canola oil producer, had a small crop yield last year. South America also experienced a drought, resulting in a small crop of soybeans. In addition, Indonesia, the largest palm oil producer, stopped exporting palm oil in April of 2022 and now has limited exports, requiring palm oil producers to keep 1 ton of oil in the country for every 8 shipped out. This has resulted in a 25% decrease in palm oil shipments from the country. Finally, the ongoing war in Russia and Ukraine, where 70% of the world's sunflower seeds and oil originated, increases the likelihood of a vegetable oil shortage in 2023. Number 7, almonds. The severe weather conditions in the U.S., characterized by frigid temperatures, fierce winds, and torrential rainfall, are severely impacting the pollination process by bees. This could cause a significant disruption in the production of crops that depend on pollination. According to the Almond Board of California, almonds would cease to exist without bees. Almonds are the 7th most valuable crop in the U.S. and are exclusively cultivated in California, which supplies 80% of the global production. California is also the biggest purchaser of honeybee pollination services, particularly after the almond season. The honeybees are then transported to other regions where they pollinate more than 90 different crops and produce honey. As a result of the current situation, almond prices have surged by 33% in March compared to February, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the most significant monthly increase since November 2014. Number 8, butter. According to Daily Meal, American butter consumers can expect to see the effects of a supply and cost issue plaguing the industry in the final few months of 2022. The Consumer Price Index data reveals that consumer goods experienced a 9.1% average price hike in 2022, with food items rising by over 12%. The reasons behind this economic crisis are multifaceted. Still, the butter industry has been hit particularly hard due to a prolonged labor shortage in the dairy farm sector, which has resulted in a significant decline in milk production. The decrease in milk production has led to a butter shortage, which has experienced one of the steepest price increases. The Wall Street Journal reports that the butter supply in the U.S. is at its lowest level since 2017. Number 9, salmon. The famous saying, "There are plenty of fish in the sea," is losing meaning as salmon populations have significantly declined in California and Alaska. Among the hardest hit species is the Chinook, or king salmon, one of the largest and healthiest salmon types, commonly found in grocery stores and restaurants in the United States. The California Department of Fish and Wildlife stated that this year's forecast for 3-year-old fall-run Chinook returning to the Sacramento River to spawn is less than 170,000, one of the lowest in 15 years. Alaska is experiencing similar problems with its salmon population. The decline's likely due to the combination of climate change, droughts in California, pollution, overfishing, and disease. California officials have banned commercial and recreational salmon fishing for the entire 2023 fishing season to protect the remaining salmon population. This is the first time such a ban has been implemented since 2008. Number 10, chocolate. While chocolate may be considered a luxury item by some, it is a widely popular food consumed in almost every country. Cocoa has become a highly sought-after commodity. According to Reuters, current prices in New York are at the highest they've been in nearly 12 years. According to CNBC, Nielsen IQ's consumer intelligence database has revealed that chocolate prices have surged by 14% over the last year. Unfortunately, cocoa supplies are becoming increasingly strained, potentially leading to further price hikes as cocoa is a crucial ingredient in chocolate production. S&P Global Commodity Insights principal research analysts explained that the cocoa market has been affected by a significant price surge, owing to the second consecutive deficit in the current season. In June, cocoa prices hit $3,160 per metric ton, which is the highest it's been since May 2016. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and feel free to share your thoughts on the subject in the comments section below.